Good morning students. So in the last class we have an idea regarding of the various proportion. Normally it will be depending upon the conditions, depending upon the problem scenario. The today class also will be getting into the logic, inference logic of the first order. The inference of first order logic. So the logic, when the term logic is also getting involving, we will be definitely using of a logical operator. In some condition, we will be using of a implication and by condition. What's the implication? Implication quite simple, depending upon the decision tree. So when we have the value of a, b, c to find the greatest of three number. In such case, if a greater than b, so we are using of a greater than symbol. So it will be validating with the values of a and b. If a is greater than b, it will be getting into the value of true state, that is of 1. The condition or statement inside the a, b will be activated. That is inside the a block. Or then when it is not true, what happens? It will be moving to the else block. You know the various form in terms of things in terms of simple if then else, and then if then else ladder. And what is the by condition? By condition, the constant quantifier, literal or variable will be, maybe the conditions will be validated by means of two conditions. Now consider a statement. What happened? The standard connectivity of the things used in the inference of first order logic. And logical and. We know the truth table of and, the PQ. So 2 power 2, what happened? The truth table value will be of a 4. We already know the truth table value, truth table concept. When P and Q, when 0, 0, what happened? It is called as a multiplication. So it's a 0. Normally we will be getting into the next form 0, 1. Again 0. And the third form of the things, what happened? 1, 0. Again 0. When it will be 1, quite simple, it is connected with the logical and 1 and 1. When it is true and maybe another connectivity true in terms of by condition, it is true. It is called a logical and. So the logic means also will be definitely using a logical operator. Now moving to the logical or. The logical and is also called as a conjunction. When the conjunction and the statement is validated with the help of the two conditions, it will be getting into the true. Now we move to the disjunction is called as a logical or. Logical or can be represented as a downside arrow, and the logical and can be represented as an upside arrow. So again we know the truth table of the or. In this condition, what happened? 0, 0. When both of the values P and Q 0, 0, it's 0. But what happened when any of the value is 1? The resultant of the true will be 1. 0, 1, 1. 1, 0, 1. When both are 1 also 1, which is called a logical or disjunction. We know the thing in terms of Boolean algebra, and then what we say digital electronic circuits, and followed by Karnaugh map and the truth table. What it's getting in. Now we are getting into the third symbol. In terms of the inference, what happened? This truth symbol is called greater than and less than is called a diamond symbol. What happened? Used in terms of Modus Ponens. Modus Ponens, what happened in terms of C language? You know that what is the modus operator used in terms of finding of the remainder value. So when the connectivity is connected with the help of the diamond symbol, less than symbol and greater than symbol, not of a standard in the first order logic. And finally, what is an negation? Negation in the sense what happened? Logical not. When it is 0, again it will be getting into 1. When it is 1, it is getting into the 0. So the first order logic is very, very important, because what happened? It will be involved in terms of the finding the various possibilities. It's okay or not, or maybe of any scenario. Maybe of a heat sensor, or maybe of a infant or the tire filling, or maybe of a oven system. We will be using of a first order logic. Here what happened? How the first order logic, first order inference will be used in the various of the knowledge derivative, knowledge representation, knowledge resolution, knowledge based on decision system, knowledge based of a expert system, knowledge based of a inference rules. How the rules will be formed? The rules will be formed with the help of the operators, logical operator, connectivity, by connectivity, implication, and followed by a logical and or not. When it's getting in, what happened? It will be getting into the unformed. What happened? The statement will be getting into the entailment, quantifier, extension, etc. So the first order logic is very important in terms of solving of a condition. So we not forget that the inference rules also, what happened? One of the important things in the first order logic to find out the knowledge based or logic based of a AI based of an approach in terms of searching and finding a solution. Thank you, my dear students.